Hey everybody, today I'm going to do a laundry makeover. So I'm in a rental house and the laundry is tiny. I want to show you how you can do a small laundry makeover in a rental house and make it look great on a budget. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So my laundry is very ordinary. Now, it is a rental house, so although I'm sure the landlords would be more than happy for me to paint this room because it's pretty average, but frankly, I can't be bothered painting it. I want instant gratification and I want it now. So the main things are this shelving system needs a super overhaul. This, like, seriously. Okay, the blind is damaged. I might replace that. Then we go into the toilet, which has a lovely shelf. And I currently just have this beautiful handmade bird, which uses vintage decorative glass. I think I will leave that though, because I'd like to put an inspirational quote there as a reminder. That is just where we store our toilet paper. This bag here, I put our recyclable soft plastics in to take back to the supermarket. This beautiful laundry basket I love, I got off Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. It actually just stores our dog food and the boy of the house's painting shoes. And last but not least, this situation here. The linen cupboard definitely needs some love. We don't have a lot of linen because I have decluttered a lot, but it just ends up getting messy. And we've got all of our reusable bags down there for the supermarket and they fall out every time I open the door. So my plan is do another declutter of the linen cupboard, get it looking organized, and have enough space so that I can keep all these toilet paper rolls in the linen cupboard. We get Who Gives a Crap subscription, so every 3 months or so I get a giant box of toilet paper, which is great. I never have that fear of, oh my God, I need to buy toilet paper. But yeah, I don't have a lot of places to store it, so I want to downsize this so that it's got enough room for all of the toilet paper and make that shelf a bit nicer with some more plants in this guy here. I just need to get it organized and clear out what actually doesn't need to be there. Just make this room a little bit more inspirational, you know? Okay, let's go. Before you ask, where's my iron and ironing board? I just need to tell you, I don't iron, ever. If I see a dress that I love in the shop and it's going to require ironing, I do not buy it. I hate ironing. It used to be the bane of my existence, and I just made a choice that ironing is now against my religion. So I'm just going to start by emptying the entire cupboard out because I find that always gives you a clearer mind to be able to do it from scratch from the start and go through everything once it's already out of the cupboard. Okay, so I've emptied out the entire linen cupboard. I've put all of the toilet paper that was up here into the linen cupboard, so it's literally taking up nearly an entire shelf. I'm gonna have to cull our linen cupboard with the sheets and stuff, even though we don't have a lot. I've got to fit blankets, sheets, doona covers, all of that into 2 shelves. And up the top here, I'm going to try and squeeze the other sleeping bag and maybe one of the blankets as well. So it looks like, as well as a makeover, I'm actually also doing some decluttering and minimizing, which is always a good thing, right? I'm wondering how one accumulates so many shopping bags, seriously. Okay, phase 1 of laundry makeover is done. My linen cupboard has been cleaned out. Oh my God, it was so hard. I don't know why. I nearly have a mental breakdown every time I have to declutter something that's mine. If it's someone else's house, I can do it no problem. If it's even my kids' bedrooms, easy for me. But when it comes to my stuff, holy crap. So it's done. that's just phase one. I'll show you. I have one towel each in this house because that is an area that I have worked hard on to declutter and minimize. So we actually keep our towels in our bathroom. So we've got a downstairs bathroom. My kids have got an upstairs bathroom. Everyone keeps their towels either in their bedroom hanging on the back of their door or in the bathroom. So these three, that middle one we usually use to wash the dog, and those are just extras just in case we need an extra towel for something. Literally just from tidying up the space, I found I had a whole extra shelf, which is fabulous because I just got this juicer for Christmas and our kitchen is so tiny. I just couldn't find anywhere to keep it. So I've literally just been keeping it on the kitchen bench, which has been annoying the crap out of me. But now I can keep my juicer and all of its bits and pieces in here, and I'm also keeping the popcorn machine that we use occasionally for movie nights in here, as well as my two little lunch boxes, which I don't use very often, but I need to start using them because I'm trying to save money and be more healthy. So instead of buying lunches, actually taking my lunch bag to my studio is something that's definitely on the cards for me. Oh my god, I love this lunchbox. How cute is it? It's even got my name on it. Okay, so that is the first part of the laundry makeover. I can now close that. That is done. So next, I think I'll deal with this shelf. I honestly think a lot of this stuff can go. So again, I'm just starting off by clearing the shelves off completely, then giving them a wipe down, and that way I've got a clear mind. I can start fresh and only put back things that actually need to be there. So this blind got wrecked like this the first day we moved in. I tried to pull the blind down at nighttime, and obviously it hadn't been pulled down for many years and it just snapped off because it was really brittle. So until I can grab a replacement blind, I'm just going to trim it so it's at least a nice even finish. There, that's better. 5-second fix. So my next little DIY laundry makeover hack is to just get some cheap containers. I got these from Kmart. They were $5 for the 3. And then I'm going to pour the laundry detergent into these containers. I did see this on another YouTube video. I can't remember which one it was. And I just love the idea. So this way, there's no busyness with the words from the packaging, and it's just going to look really beautiful on the shelf together. And to get the powder in, I just used an old magazine, rolled it up, and no spillages. I then went through my pegs and just kept the white ones because, again, I want it to look really nice and minimalist and flow really beautiful on the shelf. This is my partner's vaping gear. I just hid that in the little planter, and I think that looks much nicer than how it was looking. For a lot of the other things that were on the shelf, I found I could just pop them under the laundry sink because they don't need to be out. Then I just removed that hook because although we do need a hand towel for wiping, because that sink does act as a bathroom sink, it doesn't need to be on display there. Now I found this devil ivy plant in another part of the house. I'm just giving it a refresh in a new tall jar, which was an empty coffee jar. Devil's ivy grows beautifully in water and it looks beautiful as a nice feature on the shelf, so I'm loving that, and it's a really cheap way to add a beautiful decor item. I've also grabbed a succulent from out the back. We had it on the porch. I just like that look better. I think the white planter looks much nicer on that shelf. Now, so that we don't have to remember every time we go to do laundry which detergent is the normal and which one is the delicates, especially as my children do their own washing, I just grabbed one of my white Posca pens, which is just a paint marker, and hand wrote normal and delicates on these jars. Now, if you've got something like a Cricut machine or just even some stickers, you could use that instead, but I really quite like a hand-drawn look, so I think they just add into the style of the room, and white obviously fits in beautifully. So this shelf is all done now and I love how it turned out. It's really simple, doesn't have much on there. I ended up putting the devil's ivy and another old coffee jar with a plant on the very top shelf just to finish it. And then over on the other shelf where I had all that toilet paper, I've just found heaps of old jars around the house and put more cuttings in there, and I just love how that looks. Easy. Now onto the toilet, although not technically part of the laundry, I decided to give it a little makeover as well. Now where that bird was hanging, I've decided to replace it with my favorite Marianne Williamson quote. So I've just designed that with a nice font on the computer. Then added in some pretty plants, which again I already had around the house. And Then I've hung that framed print up. I ended up just using a plain font because it was way easier to read than that beautiful pretty font. But I will have both options on my digital Etsy shop later today, so check out the links below for that. So that brings us to the end. Now let's have a little tour of how it turned out. Okay, that is my laundry makeover on a budget in a rental house done. Now, I'm really happy how this has turned out. Obviously, if I had have painted the laundry and the toilet a beautiful white, it would have looked much better. But honestly, I couldn't be bothered. Plus, we're probably only going to be at this house for a few more months, depending on our lease and what's available in the area. So I just couldn't be bothered. If you wanted to be bothered though, it would only take a few more hours. Maybe I'll change my mind once I've done all of my other rooms in the house. But at this stage, I decided not to paint it. But I think it still looks really good. It's so much more decluttered. It's calmer to walk into the space. And I just love all the plants. It's beautiful. So, and everything's where it should be. I can easily find stuff. I found things that shouldn't have even been in there that I was looking for ages up on the top shelf. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I hope it's given you some ideas to revamp your little spaces on a budget, especially if you're renting, because we all know it's a little bit harder when you're renting. If you got any ideas out of this video, I'd love you to give it a like and subscribe. If you like my video, it helps me get shared to a larger audience on YouTube. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, and remember, get creative today.